Welcome to Cooking with Bobbi Jo. I know being a Southerner, the proper thing to do in the South is to eat collard greens and black-eyed peas on New Year's Day. I'm not a big fan of either. Black-eyed peas are good if they're cooked with a bunch of ham, but I'd rather have a big pot of pinto beans instead. So I'm one of those Southerners that does not stick with the Southern New Year tradition. I don't depend on black-eyed peas to bring me good luck and prosperity throughout the year. Instead, Steve asked if I would make a shrimp and bacon pizza, and at first I thought that was a weird combo for a pizza. But trust me, y'all won't be disappointed because this was the best pizza combo I've ever had. So let's get started. I started by preheating the oven to 450 degrees, and I put my skillet in the oven with 2 tablespoons of clarified butter. I'm going to heat it long enough for the butter to melt. You can use olive oil or coconut oil or whatever you prefer. I just wanted to try it with clarified butter to see if it changed the taste any. While that is melting, I'm going to cook my shrimp for a few minutes in 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. I'm not going to cook them very long, maybe 3 minutes or so, just long enough to get the garlic and butter cooked into the shrimp a little. The shrimp will cook the rest of the way when it's in the oven on the pizza. And once the clarified butter has melted, remove the skillet from the oven and make sure to coat all sides of the skillet with the butter. Then I'm going to cover that with cornmeal. Then I'm going to get my dough and spread it across the bottom of the skillet. If you want the recipe for the dough, I will link it above and also in the video description. Okay, and as I started this, I realized I do not have enough cheese sticks. So I'm going to have to improvise. I have 3 mozzarella sticks, 2 cheddar cheese Cracker Barrel sticks. I still do not have enough cheese to go around the entire crust. I could put some shredded cheese in it, but that doesn't do as well as cheese sticks. I'm just going to go ahead and get this pepperoni, and I'm just going to put it around the entire pizza. There's going to be some pieces just stuffed with pepperoni and others with pepperoni and cheese. Now I'm going to go around and roll the crust to cover all the ingredients. I don't just roll it over the cheese stick to the edge, I roll the crust under the cheese stick to where it's touching the inside edge of the crust. If you roll just to the outside edges, chances are your cheese will drain out onto your pizza. The video with the dough recipe also has a more detailed video to show you how I roll the stuffed crust edges. Okay, so that's about as good as it's going to get. One side is not going to be as big as the other because it isn't stuffed with cheese. It's just got pepperoni in there. I'm going to take my leftover garlic butter from the shrimp and spread it over the crust edges. Now I'm going to pour a little Alfredo sauce and spread that over the bottom. And then I'm going to sprinkle a good amount of Parmesan cheese over the crust. Then we're going to cover it with mozzarella cheese, and then I'm going to add some cheddar cheese. Now I'm going to sprinkle red pepper flakes across the crust. Some basil, and a little garlic powder. Now let's add the shrimp, and this shrimp smells so good. Then I'm going to crumble the bacon. And then I'm going to top it with some more cheese. Place it in the oven for 15 minutes or until it reaches your desired color. I kept checking it after 15 minutes until it was a little darker brown. I ended up baking mine for about 18 minutes to get this color. Some people like theirs light brown, some like theirs a little more golden color, you know, but I like mine dark. Don't want it burnt, but I like it right before burnt. This smells delicious. I'm going to let it cool for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to remove it from the cast iron onto a pizza pan so I can cut it. And this pizza does not stick to the cast iron, it slides right out. The cornmeal helps keep the pizza from sticking, but this cast iron is so well seasoned, nothing's going to stick to it. Then I slice and serve. This definitely gets the drool-worthy stamp of approval. I didn't have to cook anything the next day because we were still eating this pizza. Each time we reheated it, it tasted even better. If you've never tried shrimp and bacon pizza, I suggest you try it. The butter garlic shrimp is so good with that Alfredo sauce on the pizza. Stay tuned Friday for another episode of the Lake Hill City Birds. I've been doing bird shorts on Friday, so they're under a minute because the weather has been too crazy around here to sit outside and record the birds for long periods of time. New Year's weekend, for example, Saturday we hit almost 80 degrees. Sunday it was stormy and we were under tornado watches. And then Monday it was snowing and we are now getting down into the 20s at night. It was like we went through every season in one weekend. Welcome to 2022. Well, as always, thanks for watching and y'all have a very blessed day.